All right, Island Hoppers, today we are going to look at Singapore, one of my favorite cities in all the world. We're going to do a full travel guide from the Botanical Garden to the airport, all the way down to the hawkers, show you guys really what Singapore has to offer. Let's do it.
What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with Island Hopper TV, and today we're going to take a look at the Jewel at Changi Airport in Singapore. Check this out.
As many of you already know, Singapore Airport, also known as Changi Airport, is the #1 airport in the world by many accounts. Now, the reason it is so popular is because it's a central hub from east meets west, right? So if you're flying out of Asia, you'll typically collect a connecting flight to Europe out of Singapore, or maybe even to the Middle East. That's why this airport is so beautiful and really built up. Singapore government has done a great job building it. In this airport, you can expect maximum relaxation. They even have a hotel that you can stay at depending on how long you need to get a room for. If you have an 8-hour layover, you can get a 4-hour room. They also have the Jewel, which you can see right here, which is quite the engineering architectural feat, I would say myself. And you can see this water fountain does change color. And look at that tram. That tram takes you around from terminal to terminal.
GB, and today we are going to take a look at Singapore in 4K. I'm going to show you all around. This here is the downtown on Marina Bay. Okay, I'm going to show you all around Singapore here. So when you come to Singapore, I want you to get this Singapore tourist pass. It's the MRT. There's a couple different lines. There's the blue line, which is the downtown line. There's the green line, the red line, and I think there's one other line. But Singapore, being that it's a small island, transportation, I would go with definitely getting at least the 2-day pass to try it out when you get to the airport. You can also do Grab. So they don't do Uber. So before you come to Singapore, you need to download the app called Grab. That's the one they use in Southeast Asia. They bought out Uber's stake here. It's just like Uber with a couple variations. Similar pricing, just the Southeast Asia version. They also have Grab Eats, so that just goes to show you how similar they are. As far as other forms of transportation, they do have a bus, and then they have a hop-on, hop-off bus. But I personally ride the MRT. Singapore is small enough, and if I need to catch a taxi in between just like that, they're all over the place.
So now that you know how to get around Singapore on the MRT, you can also use the Grab, like I said. Let's take a look here at Marina Bay. You can see the Marina Bay sands in the distance, and people do take the boats up and down here, all the way up into Boat Quay and Clark Quay, which we'll be showing you. But here you can see the inside of Marina Bay Sands where the mall is. Now, Singapore does have many malls, and this mall right here is definitely interesting because of the architecture of Marina Bay Sands Resort. They do have a lot of high-end shopping that'll take place here, so the prices will reflect that when you come here, but nonetheless, it is a nice place to take a leisurely walk around. You can see the gondola. Kind of looks like Venice with this fountain here. Really a nice place to just hang out. Now, not too far away from here, you're going to have the Gardens by the Bay, which are these super tree structures that have vines and all sorts of greenery growing up there. They also have the indoor garden at the Cloud and some other really interesting areas to walk around in this Gardens by the Bay facility. You can see, though, the Cloud is quite interesting. Indoor comfort, you know, the weather, the heat won't be getting to you like it would if you were walking around outside. In fact, this particular gallery here is known as the Flower Dome. It is an enormous greenhouse with a lot of exotic plants. The Cloud Forest is different, but it's also a botanical garden with more of a modern feel to it, which we'll be taking a look at here just after I show you guys around the Flower Dome. Now, one of the things that stands out right when you come into the Cloud Forest here is going to be this big, tall water fountain that really is captivating. I found this to be my favorite part of the whole area, even more so than the actual skyway, which we'll be taking a look after this. So, this Cloud Forest, getting a picture here, just kind of standing in awe, or maybe even going up top. Speaking of going up top, you can see those super trees right there. That's where the OCBC Skywalk is. That's where the aerial walkway with the views of all the super trees around Marina Bay and this whole area here. Coming to the super trees during the daytime is just a little bit too hot. It's also open at night, and these trees do light up really nice. Alright, now we'll get back on the double-decker bus here. You can see this bus has great views from the rooftop. If you can stand the heat and the sunlight, it'll be good. But just make sure you wear some sort of sun protection for your eyes and maybe even over your head. Now you can see the views up here are probably better than doing it from an MRT station that is subway. But you can see lots of things to see around the central area of Singapore with lots of skyscrapers, right there on Marina Bay. You know, the main goal of Singapore is to be a city inside of a garden. But you can see they do have a garden inside the city with all of these green, tall trees lining every street.
So fresh wonton noodle for $5 Singapore, which is about $4.25 US. My handy dandy chopsticks here. This is prawn wonton. By the way, it is Chinese New Year, and in Singapore during Chinese New Year, most of Singapore, a lot of Singapore shuts down, and the Chinese go to spend time with their families and even leave the country. So a lot of these hawker stalls are closed today because it's Chinese New Year.
Alright, now we're headed over to Dhoby Ghat to go to Little India.
Oh, welcome to Singapore. In Little India, see my restaurant, Khansama, must visit my restaurant. My name is Pradeep.
Nice. Kasama Tandoori Restaurant.
Yeah.
Very nice food, huh?
Alright, so here in Little India, I'm going to get a chili bhaji, and maybe samosa. Let's try those two to start, see how much they're going to cost. Let's do this.
So that was a total of 3 Singapore, which comes out to around about, I don't know, 250 thereabouts. Let's see if we can find some seating here. Okay, so first up is the chili bhaji. So spicy. Oh my god, that's spicy. Holy shit. Oh. That is hot. Wow, that is so hot. So chili. This samosa is pretty good.
Singapore being a small island, city, nation, if you want to call it that, it's really easy to get around doesn't take too long to walk or take the MRT to get from point to point. So as you can see, we are now in Chinatown. But let's try some more food around Little India here. This is going to be some fried okra.
Like a corn or no?
No, just only for boiling. We use some oil or something.
Okay. And for these, I just eat.
Yeah, eat just a bit.
So this is some chili, and I always get this Asian coffee. It's actually Indian coffee or some sort. It's pretty good.
Is okra?
No, only groundnut powder, rice flour, and onion. That's all. We use some chili, green chili. Some spices we have to put it. That's all.
Okay. Green chili. Thank you.
And my fried chili peppers. And from Little India now we will head towards Sentosa Island. This is mostly a resort island. That's where they have Resort World. They also have the aquarium. Here they have Universal Studios, a shopping mall, a water park, and like I said, countless resorts. That's why they call it Resorts World Sentosa. But you can see it is an island just off of the main land of Singapore. This aquarium called SEA, that's the name of the aquarium, it's quite impressive, and they do have a huge underwater viewing area where you can see big mantas and sharks. They don't have whale sharks, so this is not the one that's going to have the whale sharks that some of you guys thought it had. And here's a look at the water park, which is a great place to cool off anytime you're in Singapore. Now I will say that a lot of this that you're seeing here is going away, and they did remodel and redesign Sentosa Island around this area. Now here is a look at Palawan Beach on Sentosa Island. There are a couple other beaches. You can cross the drawbridge here, go out there and see some monitor lizards on that island. Crossing the drawbridge is something kids absolutely love to do. But you can see they also have zip lining, and for those of you who want to take the Sky Tram back across to Sentosa from here, you can also ride the Sky Tram that even connects to downtown Singapore, I believe. So now we will leave Sentosa and head over to the Botanical Garden, and here they're going to have a wide variety of different plants, palm trees, some of the coolest palm trees you'll ever see, but such a wide variety of biodiversity can be seen here at this Botanical Garden. One of the most diverse you'll see anywhere in the world. But what they really have here that's special is the UNESCO World Heritage Site for orchids. And if you love orchids, you're going to want to come visit this particular gallery where you get to see orchids in their natural habitat. Let me know in the comments below what color orchid is your favorite, or which kind of orchid you really love. All right, now we're finally arriving at the Singapore Zoo, where they have the Land of Giants and the River Safari. This zoo right here is definitely one of the top tier zoos around the entire world. And you can see when you get here that biodiversity is all around, but also the diversity in animals that they have living here. Lots of apes, lots of chimpanzees and monkeys, actually, probably more than anything. But if you guys don't want to walk around, do be sure to take the tram, because it does get hot and humid in Singapore. And like I said, the River Safari right here, you can see it's like going through the Amazon rainforest right here in Singapore. And it's a ride. Not the most exciting, thrilling ride, but you know, it's still fun, especially for kids. Oh yeah, those are snapping turtles. Hopefully those monkeys there don't get snapped by a snapping turtle. I mean, who really knew the Amazon had so many different types of aquatic fish and reptiles? Did you know that? Well, I guess you did, but now you could see it firsthand. But anyways, I almost forgot to show you guys the River Quest. Let's show you guys what the Amazon River Quest really looks like to ride it. Oh, and if this is your first time to Island Hopper TV, please do consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on the bell to get notified every time we make a new video. When you go on this river quest, you have to be aware that you might not see every animal that you were hoping to see, but I think you'll get to see the jaguar when he's up and going or sleeping, at the very least. Now that you've had your fill of wild animals, or lots of different monkeys at least, now you can head back into the city and see what they got going on down around Orchard Avenue. Nowadays, Orchard is high-end shopping down here, and the hotels are quite expensive also, but it's a really nice area. Formerly known as an orchard, that's where it gets its name. So they tore down the orchard, and now they built up a beautiful high-rise district for people who like to walk around, shop, get some coffee, chill out. Lots of indoors around here, so you can escape that muggy Singapore heat in the peak of the day. So Orchard Avenue, you're definitely going to want to check this place out. And after you've done your shopping and you've eaten your lunch, then you can head over to the Singapore Art and Science Museum, which has a lot of cool exhibits like this one you can see right here with these lights. But this place right here piques the interest of the kids. You adults can even learn something here. Now, one of the things you're going to really discover about Singapore is you're going to find yourself wanting to go to museums. There's a couple reasons for that. Number one, they have a lot of really interesting museums, not just the history or the art and science museum, but there's plenty of different museums. But it's also a great way to get out of that muggy heat. And you can tell, I really stand by that statement. The National Museum of Singapore is definitely one of those places you want to explore if you want to learn about Singapore. Singapore is walking friendly, as you can see. They also have those buses if you don't want to take the MRT train and the subway system, but lots of areas to walk around. In fact, some of my favorite places to just walk around and spend a day are going to be on Clark Key, Boat Key, this area here, or just head over towards Fort Canning Park. You can hang out up there and watch some yoga performances take place, or you can do some yoga yourself, meditation and whatnot up there in Fort Canning. And after working up an appetite, going up and down those stairs at Fort Canning, you'll walk over towards Boat Key or Clark Key and you'll see they've got lots of fresh food just sitting out ready for you guys to sit down and have a bite to eat along the river. And actually check out some of the seafood right here.
All right, so I'm here with Alan. He's the manager of Tihon Fisherman's Pier Seafood Restaurant right here on the boardwalk. He's going to show you guys what they have to offer on the riverfront.
Yeah, see, welcome. This is a Tian Seafood Restaurant, and in the Boat Key, and this is a live seafood. All kind of seafood is live. And this is a king crab from Australia, and this is a Alaska king crab, but not snow crab. It's Alaska king crab.
King crab right here. How much for one of these?
And this is a go by the kilo. 1 kilo is 168.
168.
Yeah.
Singapore.
Singapore dollar. Yeah.
Okay, and wow, and it comes with free drinks?
Yeah, of course, for everyone.
Okay. And what's these over here? The
Over here, this is all the clams and the fish and the prawns.
Look at that. Oyster?
Oyster, yeah, there is oyster here. Yeah, this one is oyster from Canada.
How much?
It's $18 per piece.
$18 per piece.
Yeah, it's
wow.
a huge.
Does it come with a pearl? Oh my gosh. And fish?
Yeah, fish.
Okay, and shrimp?
Shrimp is over here. Tiger prawns.
Tiger prawns?
Yeah, tiger prawns. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, very nice. Thank you, Alan.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, I hope you guys are feeling up for a little bit more walking, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to head back down towards the downtown area. You can see people walking with umbrellas, so that helps keep the sun away, not just because of the rain. But look at this bridge you can cross right here. Just a total walking friendly city, isn't it? Oh, I almost forgot to show you guys around the mer lion. So you'll come to Singapore and you'll hear this story about a mer lion. What it is a cross between a mermaid and an actual lion. Now it's supposedly a mythical character, but some tales would say that it really did exist. And you can see these mer lions in several locations on Singapore Island and over on Sentosa. But now you know a little bit more about these mer lions, a cross between a mermaid and a lion. Now neither of those existed here in Singapore when I was there, but maybe back 50 years ago they were here. Singapore really does come alive at night and takes on a whole different feeling than what it does in the daytime. When people are off work in Singapore, they like to go out for karaoke, happy hour, they like to drink tiger beer, and just have an all-out good time with the friends. I didn't tell you everything you needed to know about Singapore, but I'll tell you now. The population of Singapore is around 5 to 6 million people. People that live here, they're called Singaporeans. But before it was Singaporean, they were part of the Malays. Okay, so Singapore sits at the tip of the Malay Peninsula, which is part of Malaysia. So that's why if you go right across the river, you'll end up in Malaysia right there. Now, if you did take a boat ride, you would end up in Indonesia. Singapore really is a foodie town with all the food hawker stalls. If you get a chance, you'll want to look that up. There's also Michelin award restaurants in those hawkers. So food in Singapore, really a big thing. That's why I wanted to emphasize some of that here. But there's so much diversity in food. You have Indonesian cuisine with nasi goreng. You have the Vietnamese pho. You have Indian food. Totally a wide variety of that. Cantonese food, Mandarin food. You have even American style food with the Texas chicken wings and whatnot. So really a diverse city. This is one of my favorite cities in all the world, and you can see why. And when you stay in Singapore, many people stay in Orchard or down in the downtown area by Marina Bay. That's where you can get pretty good hotel prices. I personally like to stay in the area known as Bencoolen. You'll notice a lot of the names do have British names like Bencoolen and Fort Canning. And for the most part, you guys are really going to enjoy Singapore. It is the crown jewel of Southeast Asia when you guys come here. Thanks for watching this episode of Island Hopper TV, and we will see you guys on the next video, all you new subscribers and returning subscribers. Thanks for watching.